Hello world, Cossy here, back with another episode of The Big Question, where I give my opinion on some of the big geek topics of the week. Starting off with the possibility of a new Sonic TV series. That's right, Sonic the Hedgehog coming back to our TV screens. Now this will be the 5th animated series that Sonic has had, and this one is called Sonic Boom. What do I think of it? Well, Sonic has had some series that have been good, some that have been weird, some that have been terrible, and you never know what you're going to get. Very much like a Sonic video game, unless it's a Sonic game on the Mega Drive, you just don't know. It might be goddamn awful, or it could be fantastic. Now, hopefully, whoever is in charge of this new series, Sonic Boom, can get some of the magic back into the animated Sonic world. I'm guessing it's going to be a complete reboot again. Try and follow some of the games maybe, not have Sonic in a rock band or in some sort of dystopian future. That would be nice as a Sonic fan, and I'm sure a lot of Sonic fans would like to see something like that. The title, Sonic Boom, why? Yeah, okay, he's the fastest thing alive. But Sonic Boom, really? That brings back memories of Street Fighter 2 and Guile for most people, not Sonic. So maybe sort of a bad title to go for. But I'm interested to see what you could do with this. If it's successful, maybe we could get some more animated series based on characters from video games. I mean, in the past, we had things like The Legend of Zelda, which was pretty bad. Super Mario Bros. Super Show, which was all over the place, but pretty funny to watch. And we had Captain N, the Game Master, which was a thing. But also Mega Man, which was really good. So possibly this could open the door for more TV series based on characters from video games. I'd like to see that. I'm sure a lot of people would like to see it. Now, people have been asking me about Mighty Number 9, the Kickstarter game by Keiji Inafune, who, if you don't know, was the guy who created Mega Man. And if you've never seen any of my Mega Man rants about why Capcom should do some more Mega Man games, it's just there, you can pop out and watch that. It's a big issue in my mind as a Mega Man fan. But basically, Capcom not doing another Mega Man game, so Keiji Inafune has decided to do a spiritual successor. He took it to Kickstarter, it got over 400% of what it needed to be made. It's going to be on every single platform available, and I am excited. Now, I've seen screenshots, I've seen concept art. This looks brilliant. This looks like classic Mega Man style action platforming at its best, and the man who's behind it is the man who knows how to make it at its best. This basically should be absolutely fantastic. What I am worried about is something that someone pointed out to me the other day, I've done a bit of reading about, is that Capcom came in and said they would be interested in publishing this game. Now, this game obviously is being kickstarted, it's all been crowdfunded, but now Capcom have seen how much money has gone into it, they're interested in publishing it. Capcom, take it from me, leave this project alone. Unless you're going to do one thing, make it a Mega Man game. A lot of people are asking me what I think of the fact that there's going to be more Star Wars and Marvel Universe experience and rides added to Disney theme parks. I am really excited about this. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Iron Man experience is coming to Hong Kong Disney in 2016, and that's really the first real big sort of Marvel experience in a Disney park. For me, though, where Marvel and Star Wars should be utilised is in their own theme parks owned by Disney. We don't want to see just one or two rides for these things. I mean, there's already a Star Wars presence in Disney theme parks and has been for a long time. But you own these properties now, properties that have huge value, huge potential, and you should be developing your own theme parks for them. I, for one, would love to go to a Star Wars theme park and go to the cantina and go on rides based on famous things in the movies. Hell, even a pod racer ride. I know that's a Phantom Menace reference, but hey, even that would be fantastic. I would love to go to a Marvel theme park that has a recreation of New York, and it has the Baxter Building, and it has Stark Tower and Avengers Mansion. You can go to all these places, and there's interactive experiences, and there's rides, and there's people walking around dressed as Spider-Man, and dressed as Captain America and Wolverine. And think of the potential here, Disney. We're going to throw money at you. Sticking with Marvel, a lot of people have been asking me about my opinion on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, we're 3 episodes in. I know the 4th episode has been shown in the States, but we don't get it for another day or two. And I've really liked the show. The first 2 episodes in particular were very sort of character building, scene setting. I know that they may not have seemed like the most interesting or exciting episodes of a season ever, but were needed to sort of ground this more human side of the Marvel Universe. The 3rd episode, for those of you who haven't seen it, go and watch it, is fantastic. A lovely origin story for a potential villain who is from the comics, who is an Avengers villain, Graviton. And what they did with that episode was build a character who can come back at some point in the future and be hugely powerful in comparison to what he is in that episode. And that will be fantastic if they do that and they do it right. I'm hearing very good things about the 4th episode and I'm excited to see it. And it's going to take time to build this cast, to build the characters, to build the world, to build the intrigue, that like they're doing with the whole what's up with Coulson thing. And you've got to give it time. You can't quit a season like this after 3 episodes, where it's fresh, it needs time to develop, and it's going in the right direction. I'd say stick with it. Maybe we'll report back in a couple of weeks if things have changed, but at the moment, Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is looking positive to me. While J.J. Abrams recently crushed the idea of a Star Trek revival on television, Roberto Orci, who wrote both of the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies, has said that they're in negotiations with CBS Television to revive Star Trek as a televised property. Now, this could go either way. For example, see Next Generation, fantastic. Deep Space Nine, fantastic. See Enterprise. No offence to Enterprise fans out there, all 3 of them, but Enterprise was awful. And you've got to be really careful with a property that is doing well cinematically if you're going to do a spin-off into the realm of television, as Marvel are doing, and as could happen with Star Trek. Now, for me, if you're going to do a Star Trek property, it needs to be canon to the original Star Trek, not to this reboot franchise, which therefore not only brings back a lot of fans who have rejected J.J. Abrams' Star Trek, but doesn't damage what could potentially be carried on in films in that universe. Ideal for me would be something like the Star Trek Starfleet Academy series that was talked about many moons ago. There are enough actors from the Next Generation, from Deep Space Nine, who would jump at the chance to be in this show as tutors in the Academy. There are enough fresh-faced young actors that you could bring in. That could be a launch show for an all-new Star Trek. I'm literally saying you train them up and you have fresh faces with the likes of Michael Dorn, who played Worf, and then it goes on for a number of seasons. They get trained, and then they get the new Enterprise. They literally become the crew of the new Enterprise. I mean, you could even throw in a couple of older characters into that series, which would spin off. But for me, that would be a perfect way to work. It would be more successful than just trying to reboot things, and I'm excited to see what, if anything, happens from this, especially as there's now more talk of a Star Wars TV series happening and definitely having a 100-episode run. So Star Trek, you could fall behind. Get on it. Okay guys, as always, thanks for watching. If you like this, the like button's there, click on it, let me know you liked it. If you missed my last videos, it was the first 2 episodes of this new series, The Big Question. There's a link there, and you can pop out and watch both of those. If you want to leave a comment in the boxes below in the comment box, by all means do so. Maybe there's some big geek news that you want me to talk about in next week's Big Question. Also, in the description box, there's a link to my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Tumblr. If you're enjoying this show and you want it to be more of a regular thing, then let me know. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, au revoir.